What's up, everyone? My name is Phil, and game industry, you done screwed up now, didn't you? You were never satisfied. You've never been satisfied with the amount of money you make. You just had to be as greedy as possible. It started out as just selling games, which is fine. You sell your product. That's good. It's good. That's not a problem. But then you were like, wait, we can add DLC and season passes. It'll be phenomenal. So then you added on DLC and season passes, just another way to make some more money off of those who have already purchased your video game. But you didn't stop there. Then you added microtransactions, a way for people to buy little bits of game in the game for their game. So on top of the normal DLC, you get little micro things like cosmetics and even going so far as to add game-changing things to the game. You know, you could do that, right? You could buy another gun. Crazy, right? And then you weren't satisfied with even that because you realized, wait, we could make money off the microtransactions. People could just go into a store and pay for what they want. But what if we locked what they want behind a random system, behind random chance, hold it hostage so that maybe they might get it, but most likely they won't. They'll get a bunch of things they don't like. We'll call them loot boxes, and that's it. That's what it's gonna be. And due to all of that greed, due to the fact that you were not satisfied with having metric butt tons of money, you needed to have all of the money from everyone. You couldn't just have a lot of it, you needed all of it. Due to that greed, the government's now involved. The FTC is now going to be investigating loot boxes. If you don't know who the FTC is, they're the Federal Trade Commission. That's like business stuff. That's like business stuff with government. It's scary, actually. You don't want to piss off the FTC. They're the ones who lock you in jail for doing illegal things in regards to companies, and they're also the ones who slap a ton of fines and tell you to pay people back and all that nonsense. Oh, Activision, I can only imagine how you're crapping your pants right now, knowing that there are people in federal government like Senator Maggie Hassan who says that they are a problem and need to be investigated, knowing that the FTC is on your butt. Oh, you're in trouble. You're in trouble, game industry. You're in trouble, Activision. You're in trouble, EA. All of you are in trouble. It's all your fault, too. I don't feel bad. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that you added them in, this wouldn't be a thing. We wouldn't have the FTC breathing down your back. They wouldn't be looking at the game industry right now. But because you were so greedy and couldn't just stop and be content with what you had, and because you had to make literally all of the money, all of it, you couldn't just be satisfied with most of it, because you had to have all of it. Now you have the FTC breathing down your back, and Hassan saying stuff like, loot boxes are now an epidemic in the video game industry and are present in everything from casual smartphone games to the newest high-budget releases. Going on to say it's time for the FTC to investigate these mechanisms to ensure that children are being adequately protected and to educate parents about potential addiction and other negative impacts of these games. You have the FTC on you now. Why? Why didn't you just stop? Listen, I love the game industry a lot, actually. I love video games. Video games are awesome, and I think the industry has really thrived from not being just completely bombarded with federal intervention and all that other stuff. But now the federal government is breathing down your back. Now you got the federal government involved. We tried to avoid this when we had all those violent video games that came out, when Mortal Kombat came out, and they were like, and the federal government was like, these are really violent, children can't be playing this. We tried to avoid that by creating the ESRB to monitor ourselves so that the government didn't get involved. But now you got the government involved. You couldn't just leave well enough alone. You had to be greedy. You just, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's just, it's dumb. It's just, that's it. I'm really tired of it, and I think it's about time they're doing something about it. We've been screaming that loot boxes have been a problem since they were implemented, and it's about time. It's just about time that the federal government has seen it and is now getting involved. Even though I don't like it that they have to get involved, it's about time that they are. So that's that. I mean, goodness gracious, why couldn't you leave well enough alone? Like, if you just left the microtransactions the way they were, I think people would have just forgotten that they existed. They would have just been more DLC. But the fact that you have to lock things behind random chance is really, it's really the most egregious and obnoxious part about the whole system. The system is not like what are they called? The ESA, the people who made it. They say stuff like loot boxes are one way that players can enhance the experience that video games offer. Yeah, no, it's very enhancing. I love spending money on items I didn't want because it's random chance. It enhances my experience a ton. Oh, it's so good. Contrary to assertions, loot boxes are not gambling. Really? They're not? Random chance, real money, not gambling? Oh, okay. Sure, whatever you say. Offer not. They have no real world value. Oh, then why are we charging money for them? They have no real world value. So why are you charging money? We're not charging money. We're charging COD points. Why do we have to pay for COD points? What happened to the cryptocurrency? What happened to all that stuff? What happened to earning them in game? Oh, we don't do that no more. No, it's all COD points and real money. But it has no real world value, guys. None at all. They can enhance the experience for those who choose to use them, but have no impact on those who do not. Yeah, right, yeah. Just lock your whole unlock system behind a random chance box. That doesn't affect how people play the game. It doesn't affect how they feel. Lock guns behind the random chance box. Right, because that's fair. Lock the best guns, in fact, behind the random chance box. It's stupid. It's stupid. The defense is stupid. This isn't going to be a defense, by the way. It's 100% going to go through that this is just, it's absolute nonsense. And the government's going to get involved, and now we're going to have regulations tacked on top, and that's great. Now you got the government involved making regulations. Exactly what we didn't want, but now we have it. We actually kind of need it because freaking EA and Activision, specifically Activision right now, EA really backpedaled after their like Battlefront 2 like controversy. They're backpedaling the crap out of microtransactions. They want nothing to do with it. It's all free DLC and free add-on stuff and no paying, only paying for the game. The $60 for the game. No season passes. No microtransactions. No loot boxes. What's a loot box? EA's really backed up. They're gone. They're not involved anymore. Activision, on the other hand, they're like, we're gonna double down on this whole thing. They're not loot boxes. Now it's called a supply stream. And the loot boxes are called reserves. And instead of getting 3 items out of it, you get 1 random item. And you can still spend money on it. That's cool. They're still loot boxes. They're just not the same. You can just see them coming. It's the same thing. Everyone's been like, loot boxes aren't in Call of Duty. No, they're there. Those reserves, those whatever, they're there. That is a loot box, sir. That is 100% what that is. It is a case that gets opened and gives you a random item. That is 100% a loot box. I don't care if there's no animation to it. That's what it is. It's just, anyways, that's it. The FTC is getting involved. The federal government is saying stop. Who would have thought it would have come to this? All over video games. All over video games. And greediness. Just game industry greed. That's what this is about. So guys, leave in the comment section below, what do you think of the FTC getting involved in loot boxes and the game industry? What do you think of people like Senator, Hasen? I hope I'm saying that right. You're a champion, Hasen. Senator Hasen, you're a champion for those of us who've been saying for years that loot boxes are a problem. Thank you. Thank you for being our champion. But guys, that's it. Leave in the comment section below what you think. Those are my thoughts and the information and all that stuff. Anyways, rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow my Twitter. Link to it's down below. And yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I look forward to seeing what the heck happens with this going forward. It's going to be fun. Anyways, that's that. I'll see you all later.